Hello, my dear friends of healthy hair and skincare. Today is going to be again a more general topic. What do we define as an aesthetic appearance regarding our face, hairstyle, whatsoever? Well, you have to go a bit back in the past because the first one to describe it in terms of mathematical structures was Leonardo da Vinci. He basically referred to a person who was named Vitruvius, a Roman architect and artist who was focusing on sculpturing of the human body and the faces. So overall, he defined certain proportions. What are they? They are majority that our face is divided into three parts, or 3/3. First third is when you go from your eyebrow to the bottom of your nose. When you move it down, you have the lower chin to this and your forehead. And what you can see in my particular case is that my hairline does not really cover that structure. Not precisely. I have a bit of a higher hairline, and that makes my forehead a bit larger than the average, or what you can say, harmonic face does. So basically, what does this mean? In terms of my hairstyle, I instantly knew that because my forehead appears to be rather large, I cannot have a rather big height regarding my haircut or a pompadour, because that would make me look, if you would imagine a pompadour like this, that would make me look like a revival of a cone head, like one of the movies. And so, I followed somehow my personal hair structure and, decided, okay, I'll go with the side part. This is particularly of interest when you go to a barber or to a hairstylist. The sort of testing out what fits you is, of course, always whatever pleases you or you like is something you should go for. But in general, I would like to tell you that the Vitruvianic human circle, which Leonardo da Vinci painted, you may know it. It's the human body that has this widespread leg and arms, and a circle is painted around it, is basically the core of what we define also in our faces or with our hairstyles as a harmonic or aesthetic appearance. It is of especially importance again when you go to the barber or the hairstylist. Why? I personally moved within the last 7 years 6 times, and I always had to find a new barber or a new hairstylist, and about half of them, everybody came up and said, oh no, I know it, I know the way, you want it, and let me do my thing. And this should be literally the point where you say, no, I leave. All right? It is like they found the core of wisdom, and by so many flawed things, they have no idea, usually they have no idea about pomades, or the hairstyle that require this, and the haircuts that require this, because the usual, for example, big mistake that it's done particularly in my case, was because I have a side part, they cut this side short and this side they left long because it is combed over. What a fucking bullshit is this? Because as a pomade user, it makes my hair rather weighty, and this so to say follows that one side basically sticks to the head, and the other side, because it's short and cannot be that thin that much, goes up. So I have like a square sort of type of haircut. Absolutely bullshit, absolutely horrific, and an absolute mess. All right, I think the first ones who basically did it the right way and the correct way were the Russell guys, and I still to that day admire their videos about that specific and different type of haircuts, which I can only strongly recommend. I know this is not, how can I say, the standard, unfortunately, for a lot of people who cut hair, which is a big mistake, and it should be by miles. And however, the thing is, if you have the chance to find a barber that can cut your hair the way it is done in these videos, you find the right one. In terms of the hairstyle or the haircut that fits you, it requires a bit of testing. Pomade eases and shortens this time period until you find your personal favorite hairstyle way much, and it makes it way shorter because you usually have only to spend about 3 to 4 days using a pomade, and then you have a certain idea of where to go, and then it's usually only the whole category that you want to find your personal favorite pomade. But again, so what we find as aesthetic, you can mathematically sort of refer to this Vitruvianic human circle. However, again, testing it is usually a very requireable choice, because you will find your personal type probably between a part type of haircut, like a side part or a center part, or a pompadour type of hairstyle, or a slick back type of hairstyle. Usually, for example, in my case, it is a mixture of everything, and combined with my natural hair texture. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you a bit of a general idea about what this is about, because we are, how can I say, as a pomade user, you have definitely tested out all these different proportions without basically knowing the core of the stuff, but intuitively following it. But this is basically the background of it. Yeah. So I hope you're healthy, I hope you're fine, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.